Hello there, beautiful moms. Welcome back. Welcome to Flourishing with Purpose, where we help the high achieving Christian career working mom to find balance, peace, and purpose in their life without the burnout. Hi, I am Felicia, and I am so glad that you are here because this is an exciting week. This week is the kickoff for my Spring into Balance series. Spring into Balance series. And today we are going to be talking about something that we all need, and that is letting go. Letting go. Yep. It's time to this is the season to do just a little bit of spring cleaning. And guess what? It's not just about spring cleaning your home, but it's also about spring cleaning your schedule, and not only your schedule, but your spirit as well. If your life feels like you are just on overload, or maybe you're feeling those feelings of burnout, or just maybe you are just being stretched too thin, you're being stretched just too thin. Well, today I want to share three tips that um, that God may three things that God may be asking you to, guess what, to let go. He may be asking you to release some things, to let go of some things in this season. See, you all, seasons in our life, it's crucial for us to know the season of life that we are in. Seasons are very crucial to us being productive, to us being fruitful, and to us flourishing as career working moms and letting our lives glorify God. So it may be things that in this season, that God, in this spring season, that God may be asking us, or maybe pressing on our heart to release, so that you and I can make room for more peace, more joy, and for us to walk in the purpose and plan that He has for us in this season. So just let me hop right on into point number one. And point number one is let go of good. Let go of good. That means that the things that are not God things. Let me say that again. Let go of, sometimes you might have to let go of the good things because they're not the God things. They're not the God things. A lot of times, just because something is good doesn't mean that it is of God. It doesn't mean that it is God, that God has assigned for you to do it in that particular season of your life. Sometimes we may say yes out of obligation. When we're asked to do things, sometimes we may say yes out of obligation, or it could be out of fear, or it could be of you just don't want to let anyone down, or possibility it could be guilt. But we have to remind ourselves that it's a time for everything in our life. It is a time and a season for everything. And it says that in Ecclesiastes 3:1, it talks about that there is a time and a season for everything in our life. So we need to ask ourselves for this particular thing that is good, that is it still bearing fruit? Is this particular thing in our life, is this still bearing fruit? We all know how God feels about us bearing fruit. He desires for us to bear fruit, not just bear fruit, but he said in John 15, he wants us to bear much fruit, showing ourselves to be his disciples. So he desires for us to be fruitful and being children of God and being children of the Most High King. He desires for us to bear fruit so that we can bring glory as unto him. So is this particular good thing, is it still bearing fruit in your life in this season? Also, another thing we need to think about is God still calling me to do this particular thing? A lot of times we might be operating out of season. A lot of times we might be operating out of season. So, and sharing the three things that Christian moms need to let go of this spring. That was the title of my message on today, was the three things that Christian moms need to let go of this spring. Then we have to think about, is God still calling me to do this? And a lot of times we could just be going and going and going and doing and doing and doing. And actually, we're actually operating out of season. That's not what we're supposed to be doing anymore. We should have let that particular thing go, because you're out of that season. You have moved out of that season. So it might be time to gently let it go. It might be time to gently let it go. So point number 2 is that we may need to let go of over commitment and guilt, and the guilt that comes with it. Letting go of the overcommitment and the guilt that's coming along with it. Moms, God doesn't design for us to live a life of constant overdrive. He don't want us to be in overdrive constantly. And if we are constantly feeling stretched and drained and burnout, its chances are, and don't let me forget overwhelmed, its chances are that we are really doing too much. I have been in this state so many times. I can't count them. But it's a sign that we are doing too much. And this is true, but it could be a hard truth, but it's true that that we don't need to say yes to everything to be faithful. We don't have to say yes to everything to be faithful. And also, let me just throw this in. We don't have to constantly feel like that we got to do everything. And again, constantly be in overdrive and just do things to please others when it's really not fitting into our season of life anymore. So a lot of times we have to let go of the overcommitment and the guilt that comes along with it, and be okay. Just be okay with saying no, and have that boldness, but yet be gentle and kind with saying no. Because when we do say no to something, how many of you have said no to something that really wasn't yours to carry anymore? And when you say no to those things, then when you say no to something that isn't yours to carry, When you say no to something that isn't yours to carry, and you say it with confidence, then guess what you're doing? You are making space for the things that are. You're making space for the things that are. That's point number 2. Point number 3 is that we have to let go of doing it all alone. I know I share this a lot in my videos that we were never meant to do it all alone. We were never meant to carry it all alone. And I just want to reiterate that again today, that we have to let go of that thinking, that way that we think, and the way that we do things. A lot of times we do not have to carry it all on our own. Let go of doing it all alone. I know that this is a really big one because I was challenged with it as well. So, especially when we as high achieving career working moms, we already wear so many hats. And sometimes we carry things that God never asked us to carry alone. We carry things that God never asked for us to carry it on, but we're still trying to carry it. We're still trying to carry it and be that super mom all the time. But a lot of times we need to ask for help. We need to ask for help. If we can, lean and find support systems. And most importantly, lean into God. Lean into Him for strategies, for strength, to do the things that we need to do. Lean into God. Lean not into our own understanding. Lean not onto our own understanding, but trust in the Lord with all your heart. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Everything that you need, emotionally, physically, mentally, when it comes to being a high achieving career working mom. It's a lot. We're challenged many a days with the many hats that we have to wear, but we got to trust in the Lord and with all our heart, and lean not to our own understanding, but once again, acknowledge Him in all of our ways. And He promised that He would direct our path if we would do this. So in directing our path, He is giving us wisdom. He's giving us insight. He's giving us strategies. He's giving us plans and how to carry out our tasks and responsibilities for the day, to bring about that peace, to bring about that harmony that we need in our life, and how to blend work and family and our personal life together without the overextended amount of stress and overwhelm and burnout. So it just may be some things in this season that we may need to let go of. There may be some things in this season that we may need to let go of. And we just may need to seek God to see what those things are. So I just want to ask you that if this message spoke to you on today, if this message just spoke to your heart on today, I would love to know. I would love to know, what is the one thing that you may be feeling that God is tugging at your heart, or He may be calling you to let go of this spring, let go of this season. What is that one thing you may be trying to hold on to? Or if you take some quiet time and just be still before the Lord and just reevaluate your life, your schedule, your days, your tasks and responsibilities, and take that time out to just really think about what is it that I am doing that's really not bearing fruit anymore. Is my season up for this particular thing right now? So what's that one thing that God is calling you on today to let go of? To let go of. Drop it in the comments, and I would love to pray with you concerning that particular thing. Also, if you are ready to go deeper and to reset your schedule with God being at the center, because He has to be at the center of our life. Seek ye first the kingdom. Seek ye first the kingdom and His righteousness. And He said, I will add everything else, Mom, that you need in your life. I will add everything else that you need in your life. If you would put me first, if you would seek me first, if you would seek ye first the kingdom and my righteousness, I would add everything else that you need in your life to give you the wisdom, knowledge, insight, strategies to create that work-life harmony and balance that you need with work, your family, your faith, and your personal life. But I also want to share that I created a free 5-day devotional just for you, and it is called the Faith-Filled Spring Reset. The Faith-Filled Spring Reset, to help you do a reset, to help you get renewed, refreshed, and revived, and to help you stay organized and productive and operating and flowing in your season. I created a 5-day devotional called the Faith-Filled Spring Reset. And it includes scriptures, practical action steps, because we have to mix the practical with the spiritual, and simple prayers just to help you to declutter your calendar, your schedule, and again, most of all, is to reconnect with God, or even to go deeper with God. We are in a season and a time now that it is crucial for us to prioritize our relationship with God. Number one, let that be number one. Building our intimate time with God and building our relationship with God and going deeper in the Word and spending that quality time with Him. It is definitely crucial. You should find that link to the free guide in the YouTube description. So, I just want to let you know that if this video has blessed you, I would just invite you to subscribe and just share it with another mom who needs some encouragement, because we all need encouragement. And on next week, I'm going to be diving into the spiritual spring cleaning. I'm going to be diving into the spiritual spring cleaning and how to make more room for God when you're busy. How to make more room for God when you're busy. So make sure you join me on next week as we tap into the spiritual spring cleaning for this season. And until next time, just remember that you are not called to do it all alone. You're called to walk in step with the one who can. Let me say that again. You are called to walk in step with the one who can. So I'm encouraging you on today. Keep flourishing with purpose. And I will see you on the next video.